again, that time of year. So I thought I'd bring you a little bit of Christmas music. Wish y'all a happy and Merry Christmas. And hopefully a wonderful New Year. Okay. So, guys, I thought I would touch base with you again here. I don't do too many videos on YouTube that much anymore, but I do put up videos from time to time, and I basically put them up when it's pretty important. Now, we just heard from this big throne speech bullshit, and I want all of you to pay attention to something. That when all these politicians, you'll notice that nowadays, a lot of them on both sides of the border here. Now, the ones that are against Trump, we're talking about politicians here. The ones that are against Trump, these Democrats, Pelosi and all them, my gut feeling is that they're as corrupt as sin. And the same goes up here in Canada. All these politicians want to talk this climate change and carbon tax crap. I'm telling you, they're out to destroy this country because they're just exhausting our funds. Not their funds, our funds. And here's some more. A good example of it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have got to pull together as Canadians and work together, and we have to do this. If we're going to get rid of this corruption in this country, that's what we've got to do. Okay? We've got to do an overhaul on our government in this country. And by not doing it, then a lot of people are suffering as a result. It's up to us to pull in the wranglers and stop this useless spending on behalf of this corrupt government, because it's crazy. Over $1 billion that it's cost taxpayers because Mr. Trudeau wouldn't plug up the border. And countless other billions and billions of dollars going into this bullshit climate change. And the homeless are homeless. And the poor are suffering. And the lineups are getting longer at the hospitals and emergency wards, and people are dying. And I mean, it's not that everything is rosy in this country, because it isn't. We're being taxed up the ass. Okay? It's only a struggle. It's not, geez, I made good this month, I can afford to take a day or two off. They want to work you to death, baby. And it don't have to be that way. If we would just get our shit together and get together and write our Constitution for Canada, for the people. Because we don't have a constitution. I told you that in the last video. And people got to start getting interested, very interested, in what's happening on the political landscape in our country. Because I tell you something, there's a lot of shit going on. And if people aren't aware of it, we stand to lose, all of us, everybody. And I can see it coming. And I'm telling you, if we don't stand up and do something about this, that corrupted government is going to take over everything. And they're already trying. They're working on it. They've been working on it for a long time. And let me tell you something. They're not going to stop. They're not going to stop until you're in the fucking ground and there's another fucking one to take your place. That's it. That's your life. Work to death. Die, wait for another one, do the same shit. No, that you honestly think that is why we were put on this earth, to be worked to death by a federal government till the day we die, and once we die, that's it, that's all. Thank you for all your tax dollars. See ya. Oh, and I'm sorry about the medical because you had to wait, couldn't get fixed ahead of time, and sorry you ended up croaking. But that's climate change. People, that climate change shit is poison. And that's what they're doing, poisoning the earth. They're not talking about pollution. They're talking about climate change. Well, we've always had a climate change. They're diverting from the actual problem of pollution. It's look over here and we're doing over here. You see? It's misdirection. An old magician's trick. Misdirection. While you're talking about climate change, you're not looking over here. Pollution. Oh, we've got to think this outside the box thing. We've got to think, no, I'm sorry. Pollution is pollution. You can name it. You can target it. But to go out and start taxing everybody on a hypothetical thing like CO2 carbon is heating up the atmosphere, I'm sorry, you're wrong. That's not science. That's bullshit. Look at hardcore science. Okay? And it'll tell you. You don't have to take it from me. What they're putting out is a lie. It's a fraud. That's not science. That's bullshit. You go ahead, you look up Lord Monckton, okay? He figured out the mathematical equation on that. You go look up the Friends of Science in Calgary. And that's just the start. But I'm telling you, what they're telling you, this climate change crap, no. We've always had climate change. There always will be climate change. There is no way they're going to stop climate change. Like, you're talking about the weather? You're not going to stop the weather. You're not going to stop erosion from an island. You're not going to stop a lot of things. Tidal waves and hurricanes and... Baby, we're all in this together. And if that weather should happen to take you out, it's going to take you out. There ain't no tax dollars going to save you. Okay? When your ticket's up, your ticket's up. However that is going to be. The whole point of the matter is there's no fucking reason why this incorrect government should be taxing every Canadian up the ass on something they can never do anything about. That's the fraud. The other thing is they're not talking about actual science. So challenge them any time of the week. Because CO2 carbon is not what heats up the earth. It hasn't got anything to do with temperature. Okay? H2O does. You look it up. I'll leave it at that. Anyways, guys, there's no way we can continue and let these guys keep gouging our pockets and letting them get away with this. It's not just that. It's also our resources of this country. We are the sovereigns of this country. They aren't. They're a make-believe entity called a corporation. We are the sovereign people of this country. We get together, we do up a constitution, boom. Now we're talking, baby. Get in touch with the Mythos Canada. Do your research. And I ask you all to get involved. Because that's the only way we're going to fix it. As I can see it. Anyway, guys, I want to thank you for dropping in. And Merry Christmas to everybody. I hope for the most part you get what you want, but I hope for the most part you get involved because we're all in this together. And that's the way it is. We're all in this together. By being sovereign in Canada, you have a responsibility for your fellow countrymen. And this is it. This is the ticket. Because it ain't going to get any better. I trust me on that. Only we can make it better. And I'm asking you to do that with me. Help us get this thing done. Till next time, I'm just getting the word out there, guys. And you have yourself a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and I hope to see you again soon. Ciao for now.